in my shadow. I've been wallowing in my own chaotic, insecure delusions. People have been asking why I'm using Tool lately. I don't know. I mean, Undertow came out when I was in undergrad, so we go way back, but you know, I use all kinds of music. But man, sometimes it seems like the lyrics are written for LeBron James. I mean, I watched that game and his teammates looked like they were in a shadow. Not a shadow of greatness, a fucking shadow of doom. I mean, I get sad. I'm not even a Laker fan. And I feel bad. I feel bad for his teammates. The live stream didn't work this morning. I'm going to move on. I'm not going to wallow in it. Sorry. You know what? Too much technology. I've been editing my ass off, and that computer screen is sucking the soul right out of my face. When it's not working, it's not working. I need to be outside right now and get this out of my system. When it's not working, it's not working. Move on. I wish the Lakers could figure that out. I wish the Lakers could get that message. I wish the NBA could get that message. It's not working. It's not working, you fucking idiots. And yes, 46-2 is playing right now. Again, I'm not even a Laker fan. I just feel bad for the franchise, for the players, for the fans. Oh my God, what a shadow you've been under. Listen to my muscle memory. Am I the only one who is picturing LeBron James going? I mean, Tool is dark. You can't deny that. Tool is dark. And the NBA during the LeBron James tenure has been dark. I didn't even hit play, but I saw the first thing in my feed was Jay Will talking. The headline said he just trashed D'Angelo Russell. I have some advice for D'Angelo Russell. Take more layups like LeBron does. Be the guy that receives the outlet pass. Be the guy who takes the layup during garbage time when the other team doesn't give a shit if you score, and then your stats will be better. LeBron was 1 for 6 from the three-point line. D'Lo is 0 for 6 from 3. LeBron is 1 for 6 from 3. Man, if only D'Lo could aspire to be more like LeBron, they might have won. So the second thing, and don't judge me by my feed on YouTube. I'm letting it play. I'm letting it play this week. I'm suffering through all the idiots, even the fake LeBron hater show, the Skip Bayless show, where you always have to hear the tiniest hint of maybe criticizing LeBron James, which actually ends up being just a precursor to them making excuses for LeBron James. And Paul Pierce says that the Lakers just aren't talented enough. They just don't have enough talent on the team. Who do you want? Who do you want? It's LeBron James's entire fucking story. It's his entire career. Who do you want? Do you want Luka, Giannis, Damian, Steph, Embiid, Jokic? I don't know. Do you want KCP now that he's on a winning team? Or are you still going to reject KCP? Maybe Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram is further in the playoffs than you this time. Maybe. That's right. I get confused about who's a scrub and who is currently a starter for an NBA team going further than your team. Paul Pierce, you are a hooker with a penis. Keyshawn, you're not even a useful idiot. Your lies aren't even viable. You're an unuseful idiot. Keyshawn says that LeBron needs to go somewhere where he can be utilized. Oh, because going to LA is the hardship of all players. Oh God, the curse of playing for the Lakers. The curse of a storied franchise that sold its future to accommodate LeBron James. Man, those assholes. I can't imagine trying to deal with what LeBron deals with in the NBA. Oh, LeBron is good for ticket sales. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that the Lakers had a problem with that. I didn't know that the Lakers franchise needed a gimmick to get people in the door. Stop it. I was just imagining, take whatever you want, obviously a given is to give LeBron James the Warriors roster and give Steph Curry the Lakers roster and see what happens. I mean, no brainer there. Now, when I think about swapping the Nuggets roster with the Lakers roster, then I got to ask, well, who are we talking about? Are we talking about Jokic or are we talking about Murray? Because Murray's been shitty. Yes, he was a hero, but he's been shitty. KCP's been shitty. And they're winning anyway. So, look, Jokic hasn't even been his usual near perfect self. He's been great, but he's still missing some things that I guess he's spoiled us. I'm just not used to him missing. So who is it? Can you imagine Jokic dealing with LeBron James? No, it's not going to work. And Jokic would get the blame. Mike Malone, the great coach Mike Malone, would not deal with LeBron James. Mike Malone would get fired for LeBron James' sake. This is what happens when everyone else is the asshole. At some point, you have to realize you're the asshole, LeBron James. I'm happy to say that I did successfully record the TNT overtime angle this time, as well as the regular TNT broadcast. So I'll be using both of those to edit. There's one thing I haven't gotten to that I wanted to. I just genuinely started laughing when I saw it, and I have a wonderful angle of it on the TNT app. And it like summarizes being LeBron's teammate in a couple of seconds. He's coming up the court with the ball, and he's griping at somebody, and he dribbles the ball right off of his foot. Dribbles the ball right off of his foot, not a bounce. And he barely misses a beat before he continues bitching at the other person. Oh, don't look at me. Don't look at what I did. Look, I'm scolding somebody. I'm being the coach. Speaking of, it's amazing how often LeBron is the coach until they're losing, and then it's the actual coach's fault. Okay, so is the coach a pawn? Is he just a piece on the sideline while LeBron, the basketball savant, actually runs the show? I think I heard that there's some sort of a documentary coming out about LeBron being the real coach. Well, please release that. That way you can't keep blaming his coaches. Awful coaching. I don't know how he got an offer from Clutch Sports and I didn't. You'd think Clutch Sports would want to buy me out. I didn't even have the chance to tell Clutch Sports to fuck off. But awful coaching sure has been happy to blame everything on Darvin Ham's coaching. I hope the paycheck is worth it. Maybe it is Darvin Ham's fault. But how could we ever know? Because you're not consistent. Like, the only thing that is consistent is if things are going well, LeBron gets the credit. That goes for on the court. That goes for the coaching. Eric Spoelstra, shitty coach. Tyronn Lue, shitty coach. I guess those were the two occasions where LeBron wasn't really the coach because those guys were shitty. Oh, wait a minute. No. Vogel, the Cleveland years. I'm asking for a little thing, and it's called consistency, because I can't even engage in an actual debate, an actual argument, if you're going to flip and flop whenever it's convenient for you. Do his coaches suck across the board, and he is such a savant that he actually has to do the coaching? Or is he just a really respectful, obedient player, and it's the coach's fault? He was just doing what the coach said. Which one is it? Because until you choose one, we can't move forward. Hey, at least Darvin Ham became a millionaire real quick, right? I mean, did he make $1 million? I mean, I feel like the minimum for everyone now is $1 million. Poor guy. Just so we're clear, Vogel was a good coach when they won the fake ring, and he was a shitty coach the next year when LeBron broke the team apart. Oh. I'm watching the end of the game, like the last 5 minutes, and there's no doubt. I mean, you can just look at the Lakers, look at LeBron, look at any of them. They took the fun out of it. They're so uncompetitive. They're such divas. Like, I knew I should celebrate today, but like, they took the fun out of it. Come on, you guys, fight. It's 2024. Like a 20-point lead isn't safe in the last 30 seconds, much less the last few minutes, and the Nuggets weren't even up by that much. That's how much you guys were up by, and then you lost it. So that should have been a lesson alone that you could overcome a deficit. Nope, they had shitty fucking leadership. Shitty leadership. That's the difference. Like they're just moping up the court. Everybody looks like there's a cloud over them. They're in LeBron's shadow. The media's talking about D'Lo sitting out away from the huddle. You know what? Look at the huddle itself. I showed that. I showed that in one of my shorts last night, using the TNT overtime camera angle. I think looking at LeBron is more depressing than looking at D'Lo sitting over on the side dejected. Of course he's fucking dejected. Do you think LeBron thanked D'Lo for his effort in game 2? I mean, it's so preposterous. I'm actually laughing out loud. Your team leader, the idea of the team leader thanking a teammate for doing what he could is laughable when you're thinking about LeBron James. And you wonder why these guys are deflated? Here's LeBron after almost every play. They made it. They made it. Oh, you didn't box out. Oh, you didn't get the rebound. All right, let me look at what people are writing in the comment of my apology that I effed up the live stream. Let's see. I asked people to tell me what I should cover today. Yeah, somebody mentioned the in-season tournament. I mean, what do you do? What do you do on a planet as people that bought that in-season tournament? I mean, that's the most rigged thing you've ever seen. Between facing shitty teams and then those shitty teams suddenly not knowing how to play basketball and the free throw thing. I don't, how do you even, I'm moving on, but it does lead to thinking about why this team is there in the first place, which is the free throws. The free throws. And I haven't gotten to it yet. This media and LeBron James provide so much content that I can't get through everything. Did you see Nick Wright, dismissing the free throw disparity because this year hasn't been as bad as last year? It's still shocking. Let's just focus on the detail that it's not as bad as last year, and therefore it's not bad. What's scary about the NBA is how they've manipulated things that a team that doesn't belong there is there. And you know how the Nuggets were able to win? They are a team that is so poised and so much better that they could absorb the bullshit and still win. Now, competitiveness and rigging and shitty teams that are disguised as good teams is to such an extent that if the Lakers hadn't faced the Nuggets, they may have advanced. And this knockout may not have come until later. That's not the right reason to be there. I mean, they got helped into the playoffs again. How many times this season did we see players on the Lakers have huge nights, just show what they're capable of? D'Lo, Taurean Prince, anyone. I think Reeves, obviously Anthony Davis was incredible many times this season. And those times were when LeBron James wasn't playing, when the Lakers had a chance to show what they could do without him in the way. Even some of you LeBron fans are coming around, which makes it weird that professional analysts can't see it. Do we really believe that they can't see it? Obviously they can see it. They're just doing everything they can to try and cover for this guy. Even now, even as his doom is in sight. You remember what LeBron said at the end of game 2? They still have to come through LA. Oh, wait, no, that's not what he said. He focused on an excuse from the third quarter of a bad call that actually could be argued as the correct call. That's what he focused on. That's not who people rally behind. That is not who people rally around. That is not What is inspiring? You know what that tells the rest of the team? It says, hey, it's okay if we lose. Let's just be in self-pity mode and make sure that the world talks about all these other things. Hey, as long as we can say it wasn't someone else's fault, then it wasn't really a failure.
At no point in time in the course of the 48 minutes did I ever think negative.
So what was your halftime speech like? Phil said you gave a little lecture there coming in at halftime.
Well, I just said that leave the referees alone. We can complain and we can do whatever we have to say about the referees, once we get into the locker room. But out there on the basketball court, we can't control the game. The referees control the game, and every time we may mouth off or say something, we're giving away free points. I just told them to shut up and play.
There I am. I'm talking about the death of the NBA, and a song called Eulogy comes on. Appropriate? Continuously. Case in point regarding the Lakers quitting too soon. You know who was hitting a bunch of pretty clutch shots? I mean, the rest of the team had decided that the game was over, but Reeves kept hitting these shots. And all of a sudden, the deficit wasn't very much. And if the rest of the team had been behaving that way, who knows what would have happened? I mean, these guys quit. Well, LeBron quit at the 3:40 mark. And then you saw when they came out of that long timeout, I was watching on the TNT Overtime app. It seemed like it lasted forever. They did not come off of the bench looking like they were going to change things and leave everything on the floor and somehow come back. And when I say somehow come back, it wasn't that much of a deficit. It was completely doable, especially in 2024. You have to look at the leader. You have to look at the team captain or whatever you're going to call LeBron James when the guy isn't in the middle of that huddle telling the teammates that it's not over. Let's do it. Let's go. I know you've missed. I've missed. I'm sorry for dribbling it off my foot 100 fucking times this season out of bounds, but I'm going to do better in the last 3 minutes. No, none of that shit's coming out of LeBron's mouth. Oh, yeah. So LeBron says it's just basketball. Right. This guy goes around talking as if he is a prophet or something. This guy would probably picture himself running for office or something of that sort. And the only reason anyone knows who you are is because of basketball. So either understand your own criticism of the fact that it's just basketball and stop taking yourself too seriously, or say that, yes, basketball really does mean everything. I don't ever remember hearing the Bulls have a chance to win the series if John Paxson shows up. Yeah. I mean, I've said something to that effect. It's like, what the hell? What year did it change that the entire team had to be stacked as fuck? Just the whole team. You couldn't have anyone who was just a standard starter. I believe that started with LeBron James. The entire team, no one on that team can be just someone who would start for another team. No. The entire fucking squad, even the second string, has to just be an elite level NBA player. Otherwise, it was unfair. It's unfair to have the GOAT on your team without the entire rest of the squad being over the top talented. Someone said, how could Darvin Ham let LeBron's matchup cook him repeatedly? I don't know if you're joking or really trying to blame Darvin. I'm guessing that you're joking, because what would the right matchup be? What would the right matchup be? Let's see. A member, The Misher, says, not exclusively Game 3, rather LeBron's entire career, but something that always struck me as odd was how disengaged he is in timeouts. Yeah, I was just talking about that. I mean, it's through the roof. It's through the roof. And again, it's an example of where you just have to distrust the media for not even bringing it up. Surely one person is going to look at that and be like, hey, we need better leadership out of LeBron. No, they act like it doesn't exist. It's not possible that they don't see it. It's not possible. They actually make it More suspicious by not even bringing it up than bringing it up and then making an excuse for it. Both of them are bad, but like pretending that it doesn't even exist. Come on, who's buying that shit? Jesus Christ, people. Do you like my channel or not? Everybody jumping on a chance to fucking shit on me because my streaming didn't work. I apologized, assholes. Fucking move on. Ask MJFB for help. Well, I should have used Restream, not YouTube. There's the lesson. Fuck you, YouTube. All right, I'm going to head home and start breaking this down. If that's okay with you. I'd hate to make another mistake.
I just told him to shut up and play.